The world and how it relates to you and how you can relate to it better.
That's right.
My partner in crime, Martin Casado, is my creative genius. He co-wrote our book Fridays in together, and we're here to serve and hopefully have fun doing it.
Yeah, so you hear me in the background there, and also you'll see us. You can check this out live afterwards. I put it back on the website at goodmanfactor.com. You can see both of us here. Larry uninstalled by accident his Facebook, so we'll be fixing that soon, and we'll get to be Zoom, Facebook live of these Fridays with Goodman. And basically, they're just rapid fire. Explain a little bit of the rapid fire questions I've been sending you. I probably haven't seen it. So
5 rapid fire questions are really a way to take a look at what's happening in the world today and see how it relates to the universal laws for success, health, and happiness, and also how it relates to you and your life. So instead of becoming the reactor in your life, you get to be proactive and be the actor in your life, because nothing in your life has any meaning except the meaning that you assign to it. And so this is an opportunity for you to hear a little bit of what my teachings and trainings are about at goodmanfactor.com, and also just to learn how to think of things and see things differently, because one of my foundational observations is that when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So that's it.
Yeah, and also come about with the Fridays with Goodman is that, him and I have a lot of dialogue and questions that we talk about, and we talk about daily activities and, a lot of stuff that I see in my life and I question. You give a good insight, and also I'm very interested in the cycles, again, not trying to show your date or your age or anything like that, but it's more about the cycles for myself, is understanding. I mean, I honestly think, we always talk about if the ones that don't read history are bound to do it again, right? What's
actually they're doomed to repeat it, because
again.
The lessons of history occur just for the purpose of being learning opportunities.
Word for that, you're like, all right. So
find out later.
We'll find out later. I'm trying to get to see it there, but I don't see it. Anyway, so here's the 5 question Fridays rapid fire. So the first thing is on electric cars. Again, some of these things were from the past couple of weeks, but I think they're still relevant today. So I'm going to just keep into these 5 rapid questions. So the question number 1 is electric cars. People keep talking about, it's like technology is solving one problem to the next. So now we're going to take out petroleum or oil, and now they want to tax you on destination costs. What are your thoughts on that, and what's the motive behind that?
Well, first of all, I have to share that the funniest visual I've seen lately was on Facebook, and it was a number of different scenarios for how people are attempting to deal with range phobia with electric cars by towing a diesel generator behind your electric car. Which, if anybody doesn't see the humor in that, towing and using a diesel generator to create electricity to run a clean running car, rest assured that diesel generator is going to generate way more pollution than the most dirty running automobile. To the point about financing, let's just say it this way. Not only is freedom not free, but everything has a cost assigned to it. The original road system that we've got now was designed and funded by gasoline taxes. Well, if you stop using gasoline and you're still using the road, you got to find some way to tax so you're going to be able to pay for the roads. And now what they've come up with, the latest scenario, and we'll just say it under the heading of Big Brother going to be watching, is they'll insert a device into your car that'll track where you're going. And the scenario that they're attempting to put forth is to have you pay for the miles you drive.
Right.
Rest assured, by the time it's done, you will pay at least as much and probably more, because someone's going to have to pay for the cost of developing the new technology and getting it installed in all those cars.
That's what I mean. It's always one tech creates a new problem of the tech. You know, it makes our lives easier, and then then you have to get for example, you want to get off your devices, and then they give you a meditation device, which makes you go back on the device to meditate from the app to help you get off it.
So to the point of that, one of the other things that's a principle from my mentor John DeMartini says that maximum evolution occurs at the borders of chaos and order, or support and challenge. And so the people that have designed these devices, the people that have designed the apps, they designed them to be addictive.
Right, yeah.
They designed them to compel you to use them.
Very true.
So you use them, and then you develop a new addiction. One of the things that I advocate for a lot is fasting, intermittent fasting with food, and intermittent device and electronic fasting is a really useful thing to do. Try it. You'll see the difference it makes. Take a day, take an hour, take a half an hour, and turn off the machine and see how your mind calms down.
I like it. All right, cool. Question number 2, and this one's just more out of curiosity, because a lot of times I see these things going across social media platforms and stuff like that, but then I even see it on like Instagram. I'll do a story, and it's like the first thing that tops up, and this whole thing is stop the Asian hate, stop Asian this, stop this. It's like they've made a whole campaign on this, and I understand it from. And a lot of people are saying it's stemming from the Trump factor of calling it Kung Flu virus or this or. But what is it's so as opposed to all other things that are happening right now? I understand this is the main one, but what are your thoughts on it?
Rest assured, it's a distraction. Rest assured, it's being used to give you something to focus on while something else is taking place instead. The great magician Harry Houdini used to describe magic as not really magic, but as misdirection. And what's going on in the world right now, globally and politically in this country, is misdirection at a level I don't recall ever seeing before in my life. So if you pay attention to what the left hand is doing, because that's what they're calling your attention to, rest assured it's the right hand you ought to be looking at.
Right. Yeah, sleight of hand kind of thing. All right, I got that. Now, question number 3 that I've been seeing a lot lately is on the something with these vaccine passports, but and coinciding with also with not allowing IDs for voting. So like these two things, right? They don't want to allow IDs to be for voting, a simple thing that we can put into thing, but yet they want to put these vaccine passports. And the update on this is that DeSantis put that off, and Texas put executive orders of not having that. But what are your thoughts on this? I mean, you're having two ideologies or two political campaigns, and
I'll just say it to you this way.
All right.
To get the vaccination, you need an ID.
Yeah.
To get into a government building, you need an ID.
Yeah.
The notion that requiring an ID before you vote is somehow infringing and suppressing your right to vote is a little bit of a specious argument.
Right.
You got to always wonder. I always ask this question. What's your intention? Follow the motives. Mm-hmm. Because believe me when I tell you, it's people's underlying motives that you got to watch for. Because everybody has an agenda. Everybody has an agenda. We have an agenda here today. The purpose of this agenda today is to give you some useful tools of interest to get you to be curious enough to see who these two people are enough to hop on the website, goodmanfactor.com, or better yet, to hop on a call and see what it would be like to actually interact for more than a few minutes.
All right, well, continue on to question 4. You can plug yourself later, so let's do this. This is rapid fire. Let's hold the questions, hold the plugs till the end. So anyway, question number 4 is a lot big on is gun control has been a big thing. And not to put it up, I know that they've been trying to put all these things on certain, major firearms, but and every time, and again, this is 2 cyclical things that I'm trying to bring up with this gun control thing. I feel like more people go, it's almost like a propaganda, not a propaganda, but a way of advertising for more. The more they do these things, people go out and flock to buy this historically to
rest assured, gun sales have gone up.
Yeah, they have.
In the last year, since the defund the police movement, since the Black Lives Matter movement, since the fabric of society is starting to unravel to the next level, more and more people are taking personal responsibility. And personal responsibility usually winds up looking like something about being able to protect and defend your own property and your own family. Right. And guns are a way to do that. And rest assured, if they make it so that you can't own guns, you'll find a way to defend yourself anyway, whether it's bricks, whether it's bottles.
Yeah.
Rest assured, human nature is to protect and defend yourself and the people that you love.
Right, right. I mean, in London, I think they just have knives, right? And the knife stabbing is
yeah,
like
that's
an
right.
astronomical number.
That's right.
But you annihilate, you create, right? So last question and number 5, and I think this is just a more relevant question for today. And actually, I'm just out of curiosity. I think Prince Philip passed. He was 99 years old. He was husband of Queen Elizabeth, and he died today. What did Prince Philip do other than just being, when I go to Publix, I see them on that they did something in London, and I have to see it on Us Weekly. But like, is there a cyclical thing that he affected?
Want to know how symbolic he has been?
Yes.
Watch and see what happens now that he's gone. Many, many things in your life, you really, what's that song? Though it always seems to go, that you don't know what you've got till it's gone.
Right.
A fixture who's been a fixture of a culture like the British aristocracy, that he's been there for 99 years and now he's gone. If you really want to see what a difference his presence made, come back and ask that question again in 6 months and you'll really know.
Right. What's a memory you have, like from 70s or 80s, or how far back do you want to go? But wait, what? I'm serious. Like on his stuff, do you remember him doing something?
I don't ever remember there not being a king and queen of England.
Right. No, I get that. But I'm saying, is there any memory of like Prince Philip did X, Y, Z? I remember in 70s or 80s or 90s, anything?
Personally, not a bit.
Right.
However, like I said, they are a fixture. If you want to know how big and important they've been to the empire, take a look at the budget that the country is willing to spend and invest in the care and maintenance of the royal family.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll really get a sense of how important they are. And again, like I said, if you really want to get a sense of it later, watch and come back in 6 months and see what difference their absence has made.
Right.
And that's really a good point to end on, is that the things in your life that you fail to recognize their value, when you don't prioritize them adequately, the way you get to know that you should have paid more attention is watch what happens when they're gone.
Right. Exactly. Well, so your 5 rapid questions this week. Tune in. I think every Friday we'll be doing this. Mostly we do this on Facebook, but for right now we're doing this. I was going to try to join, but that technical difficulty didn't happen. But thank you. Learn more. Tell them where you can find more about yourself and some programs, and also tell them about the program.
Check us out on goodmanfactor.com or drlarrygoodman.com. We're going to be doing a virtual program May 1st and 2nd called Your Goodest Life. There's information about that at the website too.
At events. Goodmanfactor.com.
It's really I'm sorry, say it again.
Goodmanfactor.com/events.
Goodmanfactor.com/events. And see, I'm still learning the technology myself. It's been an honor and a privilege to share with you today. And just remember this about your life, about your business, about yourself. If you're not, whatever you're doing, if it isn't fun and it doesn't feel good, you're probably not doing it right. Have a blessed day, everybody.
Have a blessed day. All right, buddy. Take care. Awesome. Fridays with Goodman. Take care. Goodmanfactor.com. Take care.